Imagine finding out a serial killer was moving through your city. But the wildest part? Every woman he murdered already knew him. He'd been in their homes. He'd sat on their couches. Some even called him a friend. This is the disturbing story of Henry Louis Wallace, the man who terrorized Charlotte from the inside. Charlotte in the early 90s looked peaceful on the surface. Booming businesses, steady jobs, tight-knit neighborhoods. Nothing out of the ordinary. But underneath all that, something was wrong. Black women kept disappearing. Women who worked regular jobs and fast food retail. Women with families, kids, and routines. They weren't involved in anything dangerous. They weren't living reckless lives, and yet, one by one, they were found murdered. Here is where the story gets crazy. Each victim was connected by a single man, Henry Wallace. He was charming, talkative, the kind of guy who blended into every space he walked into. He worked at Taco Bell, hung around the community, and had relationships or friendships with multiple victims. Some trusted him. Some confided in him. He knew their schedules. He knew who lived alone. He knew when they'd be home. He didn't stalk strangers. He stalked people who thought he was safe. Between 1992 and 1994, women kept turning up dead. Friends, ex-girlfriends, co-workers. Women connected to those co-workers. All of them were black women. All lived within a small radius. All knew Henry Wallace. And the wildest part? Police didn't link the murders, not one, not for years. Every death was treated like an isolated crime, even though all the victims knew the same man. By late 1993, rumors started circulating. People thought it was a predator targeting black women. Others thought it was random violence. But the police kept saying there's no serial killer, even though the evidence was screaming the opposite. Families begged for answers, but nothing was connecting, because nobody suspected the friendly guy who always smiled and never caused trouble. March 1994 was the breaking point. Another victim, a woman Wallace personally knew, was found murdered. This time Wallace left clues. Fingerprints. Items taken from the home. Patterns that finally forced detectives to admit something big was happening. When they realized the victims all had connections to Wallace, the truth hit like a bomb. Police tracked him down, and what happened next shocked the entire city. Henry Wallace confessed to all of it. Every murder, every detail, every woman he targeted. He even admitted he attended some of the funerals. He comforted families. He cried with them. He played the supportive friend while knowing exactly what he had done. Code doesn't even begin to cover it. In 1996, Henry Wallace was sentenced to death for 9 murders, though he claimed responsibility for more. The city of Charlotte faced heavy backlash. Why were the murders of black women so overlooked? Why did it take so long to recognize a pattern everyone could see? How did a man this close to the victim slip through the cracks for years? Even today, this case is brought up whenever people talk about policing gaps, especially for black women. Henry Wallace wasn't a stranger lurking in the dark. He was already inside the lives of the women he targeted. And that's what makes this case one of the most disturbing true crime stories in modern history. If you want to see stories like this and more, share and subscribe.